Hi, I'm Rafael Lima for VisitFlorida.com. We're here on South Beach in the heart of Espanola Way. And tonight, we're going to be enjoying some great Spanish cuisine and some authentic flamenco dancing.
They're going to see authentic flamenco, they're going to see our work, they're going to see the hours of practice we put in. We have the singing, the box playing, which is an instrument that comes from Peru. We see the clapping and the dancing. We do traditional dances like sevillanas, and we give them the best that we can. Flamenco is very passionate. It does come from the gypsies. It comes from the southern part of Spain called Andalusia. It's freedom of expression. I get to go on stage and really let go of my emotions.
I come from a long line of flamenco artists. It's a way of life for us. We grew up with it. It's a lot of passion, a lot of heartbreak, any emotion that you can think of, you can find it in flamenco.
It's really good. People like this. People came here to see the flamenco show.
Came to see the show here with some friends. It was interesting to me to see a different kind of culture and dance. You can see it in their faces and when they're dancing that they're very into what they do and they like what they do, and just the style of dance is very different. You don't have to pay for it, you just get to come in with your friends or family and bring people in and see a show while you're having tapas, which are actually very good.
I just love the dance, and it just seems so authentic and beautiful. I just looked at their feet and the way they move and the way they really get down to the music and the feeling of it. I feel like I'm in Spain. Inside the restaurant, you're looking out through French windows. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice evening out. And the food is incredible.
My favorite part of flamenco dance would have to be that moment that you're on stage and you're by yourself and you feel like you're giving them everything, and then you snap in when you hear the applause and you're like, that's right, there's an audience. That's the best part.
Go to the VisitFlorida.com homepage and search for flamenco to find related stories in English and Spanish.
You see that starfish? Look. Starfish! We love coming to the Florida Aquarium. This is our second visit here. Somewhere we like to come with our kids. It's just real natural Florida. It's a staple in the Tampa Bay area.
I got the aquarium bug from when I was a kid. I've been scuba certified for over 13 years now. So working here has been kind of like a dream come true for me. We have a huge education program. Last year we educated our millionth child. We do a lot of things around the community to make it better and ensure that our sea life can be enjoyed for generations to come.
A lot of people don't even think that they are birds, right? Because, I mean, they can't fly, but they do still have really tiny feathers. They have beaks, they lay eggs, and I think that is one of the most fascinating things.
This is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's something that you can't experience just anywhere. It's been fascinating to learn about the animals and see them up close. It's definitely a side of Florida that you wouldn't see just anywhere. Give them a nice pat on the back and tell them goodbye. Thank you.
Botran. ¡Salud!
This is the new Hialeah Park Casino.
Hi, I'm Rafael Lima for VisitFlorida.com. Today I'm going to show you how you can be a high-wire circus performer and you don't have to wear tights.
If you've ever gone to the circus when you're a child and sit down in the seats and you wait till the most momentous part of the entire circus, you will see the Flying Trapeze act, because it is usually the centerpiece of their act. And that's what this is. This is a school to help teach that art. In the first class, they learn how to fly by themselves in the air to a catcher and release to the net. It's quite unique and it's an awesome experience.
They start you off slow. They start you off just swinging and then letting go of the bar and trying to land on your back. Once you get that under control, they have you put your knees up onto the bar and swing upside down, hanging on with your knees. And then if you can handle that, they try to have you get caught by someone, which is sort of the ultimate.
You're breaking a little bit of a sweat doing it, but I don't think that anyone would be disqualified because they're not terribly active. I think someone off the street could do it with ease.
We take people when they're 6, kids, we have birthday parties, all the way to 82, I believe, was our oldest person so far. For the person who first comes, we have an introduction to the class. And we also give a visual demonstration of that. And the instructors guide everything from getting into their belts, their safety belts, to climbing the ladder, to taking off correctly from the board, how to stand, hold themselves in the air, when to release from the bar, and how to release from the bar. As they progress and they get more confidence, we give them more.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but it was exciting. It sort of builds the tension and the excitement as you're going up to the top, and then you're watching people do it, and they have people here who are really good, and you watch them and you think, oh, that's incredible. And then you see other people who've never done it before, and you're like, oh, that's cool, I can do that.
I was a little bit nervous, but I didn't think anything really bad was going to happen.
Was it scary?
I wasn't scared, no. It was like the swinging part was fun.
Yeah, this is a great activity to be in Florida because it's great weather here all year round. Also, it's a great location for it because it's here in Bayfront Park with the water right here, and it's really beautiful.
I'm really glad I did it. I think it was a great experience and gives you the sense of freedom to be able to fly through the air. So it's a nice alternative to sort of traditional vacation activities.
I feel really happy that I was able to sort of be involved in it, and it's a lot of fun.
There are several locations around Florida where trapeze schools can be found. For more information, log on to our Visit Florida webpage.
Little Palm Island was always a place that I wanted to come visit. I heard it was the ultimate of luxury, and I thought, you know, it's on an island, it can't be that bad, and you get here and it's just incredible. You enjoy the salty air and the wildlife, the birds. There's key deer roaming around this island. What is it about this place that keeps bringing people back?
It's the level of service. It's the fact that we become an extended family to them. You know, we know what they like and what they dislike, and we do whatever it takes to make them happy and relax.
No iPhone, there's no TVs in the room, no computers, nothing. So you unplug essentially from your life and you really escape.
It's such a dynamic place, you know, so what we try to do is have a very professional service, but casual and relaxed and real. And obviously you don't get that at most places, so I don't know, that's what I love about it.
This place is truly a secluded island getaway. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, the birds are happy, the fish are happy, everybody is having a great time. You can't come to the Keys and not have a good time. It's a wonderful place to be.
Need a lift to and from the airport? One click or phone call to Super Shuttle can take you from your home, hotel, or office to and from MIA hassle-free. Super Shuttle is your affordable, convenient, reliable, and comfortable 24-hour solution to the airport. Our spacious vans and execu-cars can accommodate large groups, families, or individual riders, and our friendly drivers are equipped with the latest touchscreen technology. Give us a call or go to supershuttle.com and book your reservation today. Make every trip a super trip with Super Shuttle.
Did you hear?
What?
There's so much new to do at our zoo.
Families ought to check out the Wacky Barn.
Kids go ape feeding the parrots at Wings Down Under. I can't bear the excitement of the new playground.
I hope they remember to ride the camels.
Zoo Miami's the king of zoos. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
There's so much new to do at the zoo. You've just got to check it out.
Zoo Miami, keeping it wild.
This How to Do Florida segment is presented by Visit Florida.
I'm Chad Crawford, and today we're counting down how to do Florida's top 5 Florida camping adventures. Let's get started. Coming in at number 5, we pack up the kids' tent and the chuck box and head to Ocala National Forest for some good old-fashioned family car camping.
It's camping for dummies as we travel to one of Florida's true gems, the Ocala National Forest, for a family camping trip at Alexander Springs.
Camping is all about the list. You gotta work the list, okay? If it's not on the list, then it's not gonna go in the car and it's not gonna be on the campsite.
When you first arrive, here are some things to keep in mind. Pick a campsite with some shade, especially during the summer. Look for a site on relatively high ground. Pick a spot in close proximity to a water supply and bathroom. The spring was just a short walk from the campsite, and the kids were dying to get in the water. So we jumped in and began canoeing down the Springs Basin. And let me tell you, it was gorgeous. Studies show that children who are regularly exposed to the outdoors show less signs of anxiety and stress. And that does wonders for their parents too.
And family car camping in the Ocala National Forest was a perfect way to experience the real Florida. Coming in at number 4, we're going primitive as we head to Florida's intercoastal waterways to pitch our tent in one of the gorgeous uninhabited spoil islands of the Indian River Lagoon system.
Every year, my dad and I try to get away on a father and son trip.
Let's get all this stuff from here into the boat, right?
Yeah. Our destination would be Spoil Island Campsite number BC 47, which is just a few miles north of Sebastian Inlet.
Prime real estate. Whew. Spoil Island camping's a lot of work. Believe me, it's worth it.
Look for a shady spot when considering where to set up your tent.
You sure you got this thing on right? Yep. Looks a little wobbly. Home. You ready to catch some bait?
Yeah, like I just saw something out there.
Where?
Right over here, perfect size. Don't miss them.
I don't miss them.
After dinner, we watched a beautiful Florida sunset. And then it was time for the main event, night fishing in the Sebastian Inlet.
Great thing about island camping is just being so close to such really great fishing. Oh yeah, oh.
What was it?
That's ladyfish.
Like little tarpons.
Real fun fish.
I was after a snook or redfish, but a school of ladyfish kept sucking up all my bait.
Nice being out here.
It was.
So make Spoil Island camping your newest Florida family tradition.
At number 3 in the countdown, we're saddling up and moving out to show you how to do horseback camping, Florida cracker style.
The Sunshine State's version of a cowboy was known as a Florida cracker because of the loud, cracking whip he used to drive his cattle. We headed over to Forever Florida's Crescent J Ranch. We saddled up and headed out for our 3-hour tour of natural Florida in its purest form. At last, we made it to camp.
Whew. Moon got me here.
This may be an old Florida experience, but the camping is not primitive. It comes equipped with modern conveniences like bathrooms, showers, and hot water. Finally, it was time to sit down in front of a roaring campfire and eat some cowboy victuals. After having our fill of steak and potatoes, we kicked back as we watched the night sky light up with stars like I had never seen before.
Here's how to be the captain of your own domain as we show you how to do houseboat camping.
Right in the middle of the 310-mile St. Johns River lies a place untouched by time and progress. This is river country, and you can immerse yourself in this spectacular place as your own houseboat captain. We drove the houseboat up to the sandbar and dropped anchor in the clear, sparkling water. The only thing left to do was dive in and enjoy Florida. The water was spectacular.
Ooh, I got one, Daddy. I got one. Look.
Houseboating is all about charting your own course and creating a personal island oasis wherever you choose. And at the end of the day, it was time to fire up the grill.
We got ignition.
And get some houseboat burgers going. And then we bowed our heads and gave thanks for this time as a family in one of the most special places on earth.
And now, gliding down the Swanee River and into our #1 slot on our countdown. It's truly the trip of a lifetime. This is the one I will never forget, and the one you've got to try. So sit back and take it in as we show you how to do canoe camping.
The black water of the Swanee River winds through jagged limestone cliffs and past high bluffs topped with ancient oaks. There's no better way to experience this primitive beauty than by venturing out on a canoe camping trip.
This is like a good spot to camp?
Looks like an awesome spot.
When setting up camp, your priority is always shelter. Believe me, you don't want to be setting up your tent in the dark.
Okay, there, I got it.
Chili or stew makes for a great canoe camping meal. It's easy to pack and hearty enough to fill you up. We ate dinner next to the fire, watched the moon, listened to the wildlife, but mostly, we just enjoyed the moment.
It's beautiful out here at night, isn't it?
At first light, with a gentle mist rising over the black water, it was time for a hot breakfast, ham and eggs. And, don't forget, coffee.
We're done, buddy. We got to pack up and get on the river.
When you get down to it, it's really what canoe camping is all about, a journey. It's paddling down a beautiful river, taking in the amazing scenery, and stopping to check out something that looks like fun, just because you can.
This How to Do Florida segment was presented by Visit Florida.
Hi, I'm Rafael Lima for VisitFlorida.com. Welcome to Bill Baggs Cape Florida State Park. There's a lot to do, so let's get going. Today we're going to explore one of Florida's top 10 beaches, enjoy dining al fresco, and tour a lighthouse with an incredibly rich history. The Cape Florida Lighthouse is the main attraction to the park and is the oldest standing structure in South Florida. In late afternoon of July 23, 1836, a band of 40 to 50 Seminole Indians attacked the lighthouse compound. John W. Thompson and his assistant Aaron Carter were on duty and retreated to the safety of the lighthouse. The lightkeeper was able to make it to the lighthouse. He ran inside and closed the door, leaving the Indians out here trying to burn down the lighthouse. Thompson was able to scramble to the top of the lighthouse, to get away from the Indians. Of course, the inside of the lighthouse was full of smoke, forcing him back outside. So the lightkeeper was able to scramble up here, and I remember there were still Indians down below. They had built a fire. The lightkeeper and his assistant were now stranded while the Indians below settled in for a long night of burning them out. A park display with the dramatization of Thompson's voice by an actor picks up the story.
At last the awful moment arrived. The crackling flames burned around me. The savages at the same time began their hellish yells.
In desperation, Thompson threw a keg of gunpowder down into the flames, hoping to kill himself and the Indians. It exploded and miraculously put the fire out. Aaron Carter did not survive the night, but luckily for Thompson, the schooner Concord, just offshore, heard the explosion and rescued the lightkeeper. So apart from the lighthouse, there's this great replica of the lightkeeper's cabin. Now, it's a replica, of course, but it's made to the exact specifications of the original cabin, and it's open to the public. Visitors can take self-guided tours through the keeper's house and get a sense of what life might have been like 100 years ago. So apart from the great history of the lighthouse, there's another interesting historical fact about this park, which is it's the last stop on the Underground Railroad. During slavery, slaves fought their way south across jungles and Indians to come here to try to find a boat to take them to the Bahamas where there was no slavery, or north to freedom. But it's not just history. The park has almost every outdoor activity you can think of. There's grills for barbecuing, bike trails, snorkeling, 2 restaurants, and a great beach. So after a day spent taking in the history of the Cape Florida Lighthouse, this is the way to end the afternoon on a pristine beach, taking in the great Florida sunshine. This is Florida.
There's something about taking off your shoes and feeling the sand on your feet. It is really soothing for the soul. If you want to get away where you can relax and reconnect with friends and family, you can't do any better than the beach here.
I really love Fort Pierce. I love the whole vibe. Everyone's real nice and friendly. It's just a small beach town. A lot of people, though, come to surf. When you see the people learning to surf and you see that first excitement, it's like dancing on the water or something, you know? It's freedom. It's awesome.
This is a great way, I think, to end your day, just to, after a day on the beach, just kind of escape where it's really quiet and peaceful and have a stroll down this shady path.
I'm visiting here from Maryland. I came looking for places to bird, and this seems like a great area. It's nice, it's quiet. It must seem like you're getting away from it all here. It's really nice.
People know that this is a beautiful place, and they want to experience that. You can't see it through your TV. It doesn't relate. You have to come out here, see the blue water, see the inlet.
Super Shuttle, your 24-hour home-to-airport ride, is here.
game begins. We Botran. Salud!
Que tenga buen viaje.
Tú disfrutas tu viaje. Nosotros disfrutamos trabajar en equipo.
Que tenga buen viaje.
Interjet, viajando en tu misma dirección.
Hi, I'm Alexia Swanson with Visit Florida, and we're here on Dry Tortugas, the most remote national park in the continental United States. This cluster of islands is 70 miles west of Key West, Florida. But I'm warning you, there's no water or electricity for campers. But if you're up for an adventure, I promise you this is the ultimate Florida camping experience.
When you come out just for the day, you still get to see a lot of the interesting things, but it's rush hour for us. I mean, 150 people on a 16-acre island of Garden Key is pretty crowded, believe it or not. When you are here after the vessel leaves, you have pretty much the whole island unto yourself, except for whatever the campers may be here. Maybe a few staff on hand, but some of the best night skies you'll see, great snorkeling in the afternoon, and you really have a sense of calm and solace that you can't find anywhere else in the Keys.
I would say bring a kayak. There's really cool stuff that you can do if you can just kayak out a half mile or even out to Loggerhead, which is 3 miles across. And you can do a lot of good snorkeling just right here on the fort, but if you bring a kayak with you, there's lots of wrecks and things that you can do just offshore that are pretty cool.
And as far as camping in Florida, it's relatively bug-free. No mosquitoes because there's no fresh water, and there's usually a breeze, so it's been a nice camping experience too.
Be sure and book early on the ferry because we are staying pretty booked. They only bring out 8 campers a day. Upwards of only 3 nights per stay per group. And then just be familiar with the territory out here. I mean, you're on your own. There is no store to buy goods out here, so you have to bring everything you need with you because once you hear and that boat leaves, it's just you and whatever you brought.
You know what the best part about camping on Dry Tortugas is? At the end of the day, when all the crowds have gone home, you get this whole place all to yourself.
This How to Do Florida segment is presented by Visit Florida.
Hey, today on the show, we're going to show you how to do dry caving. Right here, Ben. Go on.
I'm about to enter a Florida much different from the one I'm used to. A world of eerie darkness and unnerving quiet.
The Canyon Zip Line and Canopy Tours is Florida like you've never seen it before. This 94-acre limestone quarry is full of deep caverns, rocky cliffs that have remained virtually untouched since the miners walked away from here over 80 years ago.
Step 1 of dry caving, learn the do's and don'ts.
Woo. This is a part of the fun right here, right? Just driving this thing around.
Clay uses our first stop to lay down some ground rules, or rather, hole in the ground rules.
Holy mackerel. Yeah, man. That is cool. So Clay, what are some other dangers with just caving like this?
There's a couple rules when you're caving you need to follow. Number 1 is you want to have at least 3 people with you when you go in a cave. Another thing that could happen is you could get down in there and you could notice that the air quality was getting bad. As you'll start getting kind of giddy, your lips will get numb.
So you guys have a high-tech device for this?
Right, a lighter. What you should see is if the air quality is bad, there will be a gap between the lighter and the flame, but it looks like a magic trick. That means you need to slowly exit.
This is not the hole we're going to go in today.
No, not this one. I wanted to bring you here just to show you the dangers and risks that come along with something like this on your property.
This brings us to step 2, gearing up.
Clay, so what kind of gear do we need for dry caving?
All right, first thing you want is a helmet, all right? You want to protect your head. You don't want things falling on it. On your helmet, you'll have a light so your hands will be free. You're gonna want some knee pads and some elbow pads.
Okay, here's the biggie, step 3. It's time to get your nerve up and head underground.
You know, I'll be honest with you, the realities of what we're about to do is starting to set in.
How
Like
you
we're
feel?
going in that hole, right?
We're going in. You feeling all right? So we're gonna be moving through here. This is the touching I told you about, back and chest. You want to just keep your cool. Whew. So if you look right here, you can see the crystals on the rock. That was made from water flowing by this area a lot.
So water used to flow where we are right now.
Right, that's what made this passage through here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Now if you look right here behind you, this is just filled with fossils. See if you can pull that out.
This is a piece of a sea urchin.
Right.
We're 60 feet underground and we're finding seashells and bits of sea urchin. That's pretty cool.
As I began to realize what an amazing world I had entered, some of my initial anxieties began to fade away.
It really is a unique experience to be down in Florida like this.
What a day. I got to conquer my fears of small dark places, scream down an insane zip line, and sharpen my catwalking skills with a certified supermodel.
Snap. Snap it.
Just another day in paradise. So grab your helmet, knee pads, flashlight, and spirit of adventure.
Look here, Clay.
And explore a side of Florida few are willing to see.
And you're gonna turn your lights off.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna turn your lights off.
Right now?
Right now.
All right.
All right.
For more information on dry caving, go to our website at howtodoflorida.com.
This How to Do Florida segment was presented by Visit Florida.